Vancouver Public Schools has broken ground on a new school. Tara Cox has all the details. Plus, Amanda Richter will show us a way for students to get free money for college. And a VPS graduate is making her mark on national TV. Let's go inside Vancouver Public Schools. Live it up, live it up, live it up, live it up. Hello and welcome to Inside Vancouver Public Schools. I'm Coleen Jamison. We have a big show for you today with lots of fun stuff. But first, let's do our top three. These are our favorite social media posts, and number 3 comes from Salmon Creek Elementary Principal Heath Angelbeck. Students from the award-winning Skyview Stormbots robotics team visited Salmon Creek to share their expertise. Elementary schools like Salmon Creek do Lego robotics and compete in tournaments. The high schoolers compete in regional, state, and even world competitions. Like Heath says in his tweet, it's a pretty great partnership. Our number 2 is an Instagram post from Eisenhower Elementary School. You can see rows of students taking time to learn the letter K, which seems pretty appropriate for kindergartners. Many of the youngsters in this photo took part in the Jumpstart Early Learning Program, which helped prepare them for kindergarten over the summer. Our number 1 is a huge deal over at Fort Vancouver High School. The Trappers girls cross country team just won its first ever league championship. Led by seniors Emily Phelps and Anna Harrison, the Trappers took home the 3A Greater St. Helens League title and now look for success at the regional and state levels. The Trappers are coached by Owen Fraser. Congrats to him and the whole team. For several years, Vancouver iTech Preparatory has had a split campus. Middle schoolers at the Jim Parsley Center, high schoolers are at WSU Vancouver, and soon they'll be united in a new building. That story leads our Reschools update, a look at how your bond dollars are improving school facilities for students. Joining us now is Tara Cox from the district's communications department. And Tara, they have finally broken ground on the new school building for iTech Prep, right?
That's right, Colleen. It's one of the first scheduled projects from the 2017 bond measure that Vancouver voters overwhelmingly passed, and it will finally give iTech a permanent home. For the past several years, iTech's high school campus has been located here on the WSUV Vancouver campus. The middle school has been at the Jim Parsley Center. The new building will be located over here on the WSUV campus land, but away from the main college buildings. It will bring together all grade levels from 6 to 12. Right now, it's just a field, but soon a modern building for learning STEM, that's science, technology, engineering, and math. The groundbreaking ceremony included district and school leaders, iTech students, architects, construction personnel, and the community. With a lot of enthusiasm, ground was broken for the project. For Superintendent Dr. Webb, the moment was 11 years in the making.
And I'm so proud, so very proud of the way in which our community has rallied around building robust sets of partnerships in order to make this vision reality.
iTech Prep students grasped the historical significance of the event.
Today is a great day because that's when things start happening, you know?
It was a very exciting day because we got to see where the new school is going to be for the middle and high school, and it's very exciting just to be part of it and having an opportunity like this.
The building has already begun, and iTech Prep is slated to open its doors midway through the next school year. The school will continue to partner with WSUV Vancouver and Clark College, which both have buildings nearby, to give kids college experience while still in high school. Another new project in the works is the replacement of Truman Elementary School. We now have an idea of what that school will look like. Check out this animation. It's provided by Bassetti Architects. Obviously, it will be a beautiful school when it's finished. There will be security doors here at the front to funnel all the visitors into the office. And then from there, lots of open creative spaces for students to learn and do some hands-on project work together. That includes some cooperative spaces and traditional classrooms. The school's media center will be a modern combination of printed books and digital resources. And then right here through these doors, there's going to be a featured second-story landing with stepping stairs. The new Truman Elementary is slated to open in 2020. It's one of several outdated buildings scheduled to be replaced over the life of the bond. Colleen, back to you.
Thanks, Tara. And if you want to learn more about the bond-related projects in the works for the district, check out the website vansd.org/reschools. You can see what's happening in your neighborhood, plus get updates for current projects and timelines for future projects. Teachers and the school district want every student to find success, and of course that can mean different things to different people. For one Skyview alumnus, success means making her mark on the national stage. In September, she returned to Vancouver to share her story with local students.
Hello, Vancouver. The Vancouver School District welcomes you to its new weekly show here on Channel 55. My name is Ana Cabrera.
In the year 2000, Ana Cabrera was a senior at Skyview High School, and Vancouver Public Schools launched a new show on its cable channel.
I applied for the opportunity to be the student reporter or student anchor.
Ana got the job reading news stories with her co-anchor.
So let's get right to the news, Bronson. With the holidays over, many of us came back to school outfitted in new school clothes and shoes.
It was a very empowering feeling, and it gave me a little bit of the journalism bug early on, and the rest is history.
18 years later, Ana is one of the top anchors for CNN. On a sunny September afternoon, she's at WSU Vancouver talking to a room full of future journalists. As you'd expect of a news anchor, she's unfazed, speaking to just about anybody. But back in 2000, as a student reporter for VSD News, well, it was a different story. Ana interviewed George W. Bush as he campaigned for president.
How do you think Vancouver School District compares with other school districts that you visited throughout the country?
Well, that's a fundamentally, you don't know how good the question that is.
Incredibly, that same year, she interviewed news legend Tom Brokaw on his Greatest Generation book tour.
When you were a student, how would you characterize yourself?
Well, when I was your age in high school, I was a good student.
Those moments are sort of inspirational to me, because you realize now, as a journalist, I haven't interviewed another president since then. And even as a professional journalist now. And so, yeah, it was a really incredible opportunity, and to think I got to do it as a student.
A student at Skyview, which had just opened its doors.
Skyview was really a new school when I was there, because I graduated in 2000, I think, when it opened in 1998. And so it was special to be able to be part of that, beginning of the school itself.
After Skyview, Ana went to WSU in Pullman. Now, in the prime of an impressive journalism career, she hopes to inspire others, especially young women, to follow their dreams.
I think it's follow your passions, ask good questions, put yourself out there, and work really hard. Don't feel like you have to be perfect. Just do it. And the more you do it, the better you get at it.
Of course, Ana is no overnight success. She has worked her way up through the business over the course of several years, and you can watch her on the weekend primetime edition of CNN Newsroom. If you've ever wanted to see what happens inside the classroom on an average school day, well, now's your chance. The first Visit VPS event of the year is coming up on Friday, October 26th. This free tour meets at the Bates Center at 8:30, and after a brief introduction from Superintendent Dr. Steve Webb, you'll take a school bus to 3 different stops. Hazeldale Elementary, Jason Lee Middle School, and the GATE program. At the end, there's a lunch provided by Fort Vancouver High School culinary arts students. The tour is free and the lunch is just $5. To sign up, go to the district website, vansd.org, or you can call the number right there on your screen, 360-313-4720, and talk to Crystal Reed, and she will get you all set up. For visitors to schools, the first stop is always the office, and now at every office in the district, there's a new, more secure way to sign in. Nick Vole shows us the Raptor system and why it makes schools a safer place for kids.
Roosevelt Elementary is a very welcoming place, but if you want to come inside, you have to check in at the office. In the past, visitors would write their name in a big book.
We always had a positive interface with people. They'd sign in and we'd say hello and ask. But whether or not we could read their print or know exactly where they were going was a little less clear.
A new system, piloted here at Roosevelt, is now in place at every VPS school. It's called Raptor, and it's all digital. Visitors check in at a touchscreen at the front desk.
So to sign into the building, you can go to the touchscreen kiosk, click Sign In, select Visitor or Volunteer if you're a cleared volunteer. If you have your license with you, you can simply scan the barcode on the back of your government-issued ID and it will log you in. Click Proceed and it's going to give you an option of where you're going in the building.
This way, with the system, they're able to sign in, we designate where they're going, and they get a badge printed that very clearly states who they are and where they're supposed to be.
Once they scan their ID, the system runs a background check with the police databases.
It's a very fast system, and so within 30 to 45 seconds, we'll know if we have a hit or a possible match.
Raptor also speeds up the volunteer application process.
All of the volunteer applications for the district for field trips, helping out in the classroom, production work, all of those sorts of things were a paper application that was sent through the mail to my office, and then I went through and ran the background check and processed that, entered it into a database. Raptor has taken all of that and made it an online process that can be completed in about 90 seconds.
Crystal Reed is not only the district's volunteer coordinator, she's a parent.
I have 2 girls in the district, and it's incredibly reassuring to me to know that anyone that's coming in the building is signing in.
Since that volunteer application process is so easy, we thought we'd remind you that every school could use community volunteers for any number of different tasks. It's easy. Just ask at the front desk of your local school or visit vansd.org/volunteer. It's rewarding for you and for the students. The school year has just begun, but for seniors, it's already time to start thinking about what comes after high school and how they're going to pay for it. Amanda Richter joins us now with more. Amanda?
Thanks, Colleen. The district is making a big push to get seniors to apply for financial aid. Joining me now is Courtney Yinger, who's one of the people who's helping lead that effort. Courtney, thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
So start off by telling me, what is this effort all about?
Okay, well, the FAFSA effort is to help students become aware of the filing deadlines and what benefits there are to filing a FAFSA. It's one of the leading indicators of post-secondary enrollment after high school, so getting about 45 minutes with your family to complete this is a really critical step.
And why are you making the push now in the year versus later?
Okay, yeah, the schools that students are applying to, the application process really begins in October, so it makes sense for the FAFSA process to also begin in October. So we've got a new logo. First you have to FAFSA, and we want students to be filing so that they can get their colleges identified on their FAFSA and be able to know what their estimated family contribution is early.
Tell me a little bit about what the process looks like for a typical student who wants to apply.
Okay, great. Well, first step, they'd want to select the colleges and universities that would be a good match for them, which include tech prep, vocational, career-related schools, as well as 2-year and 4-year universities. So that would be step 1. Step 2 would be close to October 1st as possible to complete and file their FAFSA along with their parent. And then the third step would be just to double check that that was filed successfully. So go on your email and make sure you don't receive an email that you need to check something or resubmit something.
So after they do that and they get their financial aid, what kind of hurdles can this help families clear?
Well, the FAFSA is a long document. Although it takes about 45 minutes or so to complete, it can ask questions that are
personal financial in nature, and so we don't ever want to have that turned into us, but we know that there's tricky questions, so we can both increase awareness of the benefits, we can make sure that the hurdles to actually completing, we can answer those questions that are kind of small in detail, but really helpful for families to get them to be able to submit it, and just overall support the access to the help. So we've created 15 different events around the district, and we're training teachers, and we also have some student ambassadors that students can see that are walking around with the t-shirts on, their logos. So we're just trying to help as much as possible.
Great. And lastly, it's pretty early in the school year still. What if a senior doesn't know what they want to do after they graduate? Should they still go ahead and apply?
We really encourage everyone to file their FAFSA. Even if they don't get any financial assistance, they can still be in line for scholarships. And options often change at the end of your senior year. Something might open up that you really want to do, and we just want to make sure that all opportunities are available.
Well, it sounds like it's a great resource. Thank you so much, Courtney.
Absolutely.
Coleen, back to you.
Thanks, Amanda. And there are lots of special FAFSA events. These on your screen here are just some of them. There are too many to list them all. Make sure you ask your school counselor. One of the final events should definitely be on your calendar. It's called Future You, and there will be schools on site to talk to in addition to help with the FAFSA. Teachers in the district's career and technical education program got a chance to gain some real-life experience this summer thanks to an externship program. A number of CTE teachers spent their summer at businesses soaking up what makes them and their employees successful. The goal of CTE classes is to expose students to potential careers, so it's vitally important for teachers to be up to speed on the latest developments from their industries.
Really so that you know what the industry needs are, as well as building partnerships. Through that experience, I also developed relationships where I can pull people into the classroom so they can present to the kids and let them know firsthand experiences what the needs are.
Well, building bridges to the community through these externships strengthens Vancouver Public Schools, it strengthens me as a teacher, and I think it really improves the whole community.
District leaders hope to expand the program next summer to get more teachers out into the field. Sign-ups for students to get into the district's CTE programs begin right after the holiday break. The journey from freshman to senior can be challenging for students as they transition from child to young adult. At Hudson's Bay High School, a new mural attempts to capture that challenge and give inspiration to students. Nick Vole has more.
If you're a student at Hudson's Bay High School, chances are you already know about the Bay Way, a set of traits developed to encourage students.
They actually work, they're a positive way of getting kids to move forward. And
now, when you walk down the hallway, you can't miss them, thanks to 4 large murals. A team of Bay students, led by Lena Mendez,
I eat, breathe, and sleep art,
began work last spring. After Lena graduated, the work continued.
We spent our entire summer creating this entire wall.
Each of the 4 murals represents a different grade level, progressing down the hall from freshman to senior. Lena assigned each class 1 or 2 of the Bayway traits. For freshmen, the word is empathy.
Freshmen, as they enter high school, they seem to be know-it-alls and seem to be very stubborn and not very empathetic towards each other.
Sophomores got community.
They're 1 year into high school and they kind of understand that they have to keep on pursuing and might as well have a friend or a group to do that with.
For juniors, it's perseverance.
Because that's my tunnel vision year. It's kind of do or die time. You have 2 years behind you, 1 year ahead.
For seniors?
Critical thinking and ownership. 2 things that I've learned my senior year. To think twice, maybe 3 or 4 times if possible, and have ownership in your actions.
After weeks of work, the mural is finished.
It feels amazing.
The artists hope it serves as inspiration for generations of Bay students.
I hope it brings happiness to the future students, to the students now, and to the future generations.
Whatever you're facing right now, you're not the first and you're not the last. I've done it, you guys done it, and my juniors that helped me around with the project will do it. So just a comforting story as you hit this hallway every day of high school.
My way of leaving my impact on Hudson's Bay was doing this wall.
For Lena and Selena, the school's mascot, the eagle, is a perfect representation for the path of Hudson's Bay students.
As he's an eagle, I'm an eagle, they're an eagle, and they will spread their wings and fly super high.
Thank you, Nick. And that hallway, which now tells the story of the journey from freshman to senior, has doors at the end that lead right to Clark College across the street. And that's where Lena now goes, studying to be a paramedic. It's time now for the big picture, our favorite image from social media. This one comes from Megan Vickery, the principal at Roosevelt, whom you saw in an earlier story. She tweeted out this photo of her staff members getting colorful for the school's behavior fair. It's the beginning of the school year event that sets expectations for the kids on how to treat one another. It's time for what's happening, a look ahead on the calendar. You may already be aware, but part of the new teacher contract includes early release days every Monday, so staff has time for training sessions. That means an early release of about 40 minutes, which we're hearing is an adjustment for many parents out there. Make sure this is on your radar for the rest of this school year. And we're out of time. Thank you so much for watching. For Amanda Richter, Tara Cox, and Nick Voll, I'm Coleen Jamison. We'll see you next time inside Vancouver Public Schools.